A couple of days ago, I got in touch with a missionary. You know who missionaries are? People who try to help others by talking to them about the Word of God. And well, I didn't introduce him. I didn't introduce myself first. He introduced himself to me. Like, he spoke to me first over Facebook Messenger. And well, you can call me paranoid, you can call me over exaggerating, but I wasn't exactly trustworthy of a few guys of some people I barely even know through a social networking site. Over the time we've talked, he seemed like a decent character. Asked me a lot about my interests, my hobbies, my life. I didn't try to give out so much about who I am, just enough. Eventually, messages turned to video calls. There's at least two we've made so far. They're the only ones we made so far. And he seemed a decent character. He and his friends that he often seemed to be with at the time of our calls. But still, I was not trustworthy of him for a few reasons. One, because he was a stranger to me. Two, because he talked to me over Messenger, and that's not something I'm fully trusting of. And three, because what he talked about when it came to Christianity, faith, and religion, well, not that what he said was a little bit too good to be true. It's just that some things were a little unknown to me, because specifically what he talked about, well, it's called the Book of Mormon. Now, I'm not sure if the Book of Mormon is a legit source of the Word of God. I'm only familiar with the Bible. That's the only Word of God I've trusted for the many years I've existed. I'm sure a lot of people out there think the same way. He talked a lot about it. He talked a lot about how after his resurrection, Jesus visited America and how he visited ancient Americans. Of course, he had other sources to back that up. How in the Gospel according to John, I believe, it talked about Jesus having a second flock, another flock. Another flock that's far from the first flock. Yes. When I mean flock, I mean group of followers, group of people who follow Christianity like his disciples. I suppose that could mean people from America would be his second flock, but I can't really guarantee that. I can confirm it. I'm sure a lot of people out there will. The point is, he talked a lot about the Book of Mormon, and I wasn't really trusting of that. Sure, he seemed genuine. We even spoke a little bit of prayer. We even spoke a few prayers during the video calls that we had, but I was still not trusting of this guy. You know who I am. As a watchman, I try to spread as many messages as I can, talking about the signs of the end times and how this world is about to end, how great tribulation is soon upon us, and that there are many, many signs that tell us exactly that we're this close to the end of the world as we know it, and we need to pay attention because a lot of these things that are happening at this time are spoken of in the Bible. One of those things are false doctrines, false philosophers, false teachers, and deceivers who speak a lot about what would be the truth, but it's just too good to be true. I'm not saying anybody's a false teacher or anything. I can't confirm if my suspicions are correct, but I'm just not really comfortable because Jesus going to America after his resurrection, as legitimate as that could sound, that couldn't be. Christianity didn't even reach America until the Europeans made it there. So if anybody has anything to back up about, you can tell me how you feel about this in the comments below. I just need to know. I want to know the truth. I want to know if what these people say are legit, and if possible, if the Book of Mormon is the true word of God. I don't want to believe it is, because my mother told me the Book of Mormon is like another religion. And that might be true. But without hard evidence, I'm still left in the dark. Again, I'm not saying anybody's a deceiver or anything, but these guys, they speak a lot of things, and it just sounds too good to be true. It sounds like lies to me. Call me suspicious, call me paranoid, call me overreacting. I can't be sure. Maybe I am a little paranoid, but that's okay. I mean, it's bound to happen. We're living in fearful times, everyone. And so it's okay if you're a little on edge. I know I am. I needed to get this out here because I wanted to hear from all of you who know about this stuff more than I do. I can only pray that people are true to the word, that the word of God is as it's always been, and there will be nothing in this world that will deceive me. The truth has always been the same. The word of God is the truth to me. Jesus is the truth to me. I will always follow in his direction because he saved me. He saved a lot of us. He will always continue saving as many people as possible, because that's what we need right now. We need as many people to be saved as possible. Otherwise, the devil is going to drag us down with him when the Great Tribulation strikes. Those who are left behind are not going to find anything to achieve when the apocalypse happens. I'm only bringing this out there because I want to know from other people. I want to know from true believers, from people who understand this more than I do. I want to know the truth because I'm scared right now. I don't feel safe around these kind of people who speak a lot of great things but turn out to be liars and deceivers. I don't want to be deceived. I don't want to fall away from God. I know a lot of you people out there don't want the same to happen to you. So please, as I watch and pray for his return, I beg for the truth to get out there as soon as possible. Please help me know the truth. Help others learn the truth, because the truth is not going to change. The truth is always going to be the same. But the truth needs to get out there, else it's going to be nothing but lies we hear from other people. I beg God to have mercy on me. Clear my mind of any suspicions, any disturbing, sinful things that fill my head constantly. I beg for the truth to come to me, or if I'm able to find it. It's not easy. I can only pray for so long. I will continue praying for as long as I need to. Truth needs to get out there as soon as it can, if it's not out there already. Well, I just felt the need to make this video because I want to know if these people are telling the truth, if the Book of Mormon is the word of God or not. I say it isn't. I'm not trying to call anybody a deceiver or anything, but I need to know from other people. I need to know from people out there, people who are watching this video, if what they say is true, if the Book of Mormon is the word of God. I don't want anybody to be deceived. I don't want people to live in deception. I want people to live in truth. I want people to live with Jesus, because he is the truth. He saved me. He saved a lot of people. He will continue doing so. I'll continue to pray for his grace and mercy until the day he finally comes for his church. So let's keep watching and praying for his return, and let's get the truth out there as soon as we can. God bless you all.